What's up, YouTube? It's Dakota back with another weekly trading review. This week I'm going through week 50 of 2023. And just if you've never seen one of these videos before, I just go through, review my trading for the week, my trading performance, all the trades that I took, and see what I can improve, see the problems I'm having, and then see what I can do better next week. So let's dive into this. First off, I took 4 trades. I had 1 winner. I had 3 losses. I had a minus 1.26 R multiple and a negative 5.01% gain. Now, we'll see why I had this minus 1% R multiple but a 5% loss. It's because I added in, when I add I pyramid, so it's inflated. So didn't trade on Monday, didn't trade Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, but I did take a trade on Thursday. So first trade is EURAUD, and this is what the daily looks like. This is what the hourly looks like. And if we go to my breakdown, why did I take this trade? Sellers barreled in after low 1.6269 was taken out. This setup had clear bullish opportunity after a weekly 3-legged formation. The entry signal was a hammer past ATR. How to execute on the trade, manual entry, and then my SL was hit. How could I have done better on this trade? I wouldn't really change anything on this trade. I did everything I was supposed to. Set my tight stop loss for this trade. My alternative stop loss would have been a lot lower, but because we got the hammer, I decided to keep my stop loss where it was. And I lost a full 1 hour on this trade. Now on Friday, this is literally like a few hours after the close of the first trade that I just talked about. I entered again, and this is the entry. We'll go ahead and talk about it on here. So this is the entry. I actually entered on this candle here, right after the close of this candle, this doji candle, and set my stop up hit below this, the low of the candle, and was looking for price to continue pushing up. And that actually improved my trade from a 10R to a 48.39 R, and was looking for price to continue to push up. So if you go back to the analysis here, why to take this trade? Same reason that I took the first trade, same exact reason. How to execute on this trade? I took a manual entry at that doji candle, and then I adjusted stop after price broke above my most recent high, which was 63.05, which is this high right here. And you can see we tested both sides of that level. And then I added an annex position at the break of 63.05. So as price broke through there, I placed a stop level there, and price pushed through and activated that buy stop to get me into that position. And then I added an inverse position on around a retest of 163.05, last high pre-break at 163.01. So after price broke above here, we got a rounded retest of this last high, which was right here, and price rejected that perfectly. So I went ahead and added another position there as well for price to continue pushing up. I adjusted my SL on inverse position to a thrust candle at 1.6305 to reduce the risk on the position since it went over the overall initial position. The risk was over the initial position size that I had, and was the ideal stop placement if I had taken the trade by itself. So essentially, my risk from outset was 2% because I'm trading on my personal account, and with this added inverse play, it increased my risk above 2%. So I put my full size on, so it was another 2% risk. So I had a 4% risk overall. So I went ahead and took that out. I reduced that by placing it below this thrust candle here, because if I was taking this trade by itself, which I would take this trade if I didn't have these positions here, my stop would be under this candle here. So I went ahead and just adjusted my stop there, but based my initial stop there. And then my adjusted stop was hit. So the stop was moved here, and I got stopped out before market closed. those are my notes. How could I have done better on this trade? I could have been patient for the add above daily level 1.6517. This would not have resulted in a loss at all, since the initial stop would not have been moved. Also, if price does get above 165.17, the added size would be much higher, since the initial stop would be further in profit, probably close to 1.6426. Had a plus 1.26R on the first position, minus 1R on the second position, and a minus half R on the third position. So let's go ahead and zoom in on what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the ad here. So the position that I had was something like this. Okay. And I added through this level. And what I'm talking about here is essentially not adding until price gets to this daily level 165.17. So I want to add until that if I had to do it over again. And the reason that is because I'm looking for major levels to add through. It's better for me to add through major levels of support resistance. It's ideal. You can get these little minor support resistance levels to add through, which are valid, but if I'm patient for that to happen and price does get above this level, and then my stop goes beneath the thrust candle of this level here. Let's say, for example, that is this level there. My stop is going to be here. My target's the target, but my initial stop loss that I had from down here gets moved to this level. And what that does is puts me in profit over how much? Puts me in profit about 13R. We'll round it to 12R. So 12R, that's 24% in profit. So that means on this next position, I'm risking 24%. 24% plus 2%, so 26% on this next position here. So if that's a risk of 26% compared to a risk of, what was it, 266, compared to a risk of 6% at this level, which is what I actually added, that's much higher for me. Ooh, I got it wrong. It should be right here. There we go. 26%. It's still 26% though, but risking 26% there is much higher risk level, which allows me to produce more profit, and my risk is still overall 2% because I'm up 24% in this case. Pretty much guarantee myself 24% gain there, at least for the initial position, and then I'd put back the 2% risk here with the 26% risk. So let's go back. So major problems. The major problem that I noticed was I was adding too quickly to positions, and this is skill based. So it's very actionable what I can do here. Do not add unless price breaks a determined level. This will leave me with more capital to work with and allow me to add even greater size when I am patient. And I'm going to put this as my primary goal on my DRCs for the moment. And this, I say this is skill based because like I didn't really think about waiting for the major levels, because if I had waited for that major level, I didn't until I look back on it. If I wait for that daily level, I can up my size much higher, from 6% to 26% risk, right? So that is a major lesson that I've learned here. So I'm going to keep that in the back pocket for a while and put that in my trading plan as well after I complete my review for this year. Did I accomplish my goal from last week? Set appropriate stop losses. Yes, I've set appropriate stop losses. What's one thing I can do better next week? Only add through defined levels. So that's that solution there. What are my top 2 ideas for next week? I only have one idea right now. I haven't done a full review of the markets just yet, so I'll complete that on Saturday, Sunday. If I get time on Saturday, I'll definitely do it. But ideally Saturday. So price 1.6424. So talking about what we just talked about, the reason why is the same reason that I took the other two positions. It's essentially the same position that I talked about here. Same reasons across all the trades that I talked about so far today. But looking for buyers to protect their positions now at this low here. So I plan to add at 164.26 with an annex position and at 165.17 for a round of retest. So let's go to the hourly and look at that. So this is that first position with the annex position. So I'll place a buy stop at this level, and then I'll look for a round of retest after price breaks above this level if price gets up to that point. With the aggressive close at the end of the day, it's ideal. And looking for price should just extend above this high, really. Above this high and this next high up here. And I believe that is it. Yes, that is all. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys do have any questions or comments, go ahead, comment it in the comment section below. And also, if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.